Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Palava. My name is Ken Ochonogo, and we are still looking at the aftermath of our performances at both the Junior World Cup, that the FIFA under 20, and the Women World Cup, which is still ongoing. Of course, the boys tournament has already ended, but the women competition continues. But then we are looking at Nigeria's performances in both of these competitions. You remember that whoever has been following African football, for the African Women Championship has gone on for 11 good editions, and Nigeria has won it 9 good times. You look at the under 20, way back in 1985, we were there, not just there, but we came in third. In 89, of course, remember the Dama Miracle, we were there in the finals. So how come that in 2015 we just crashed out? And when you look at it, that the under 20 teams went there with a coach that won the under 17 World Cup, and with a bulk of those players who graduated along with himself and his assistant, were expecting a spectacular performance. In fact, Nigerians were thinking that this is the time, not the time we lost to Portugal, but this is the time that Nigeria should have won that particular trophy. So this is the post-mortem. Do we put all the blame at the doorstep of the coaches? Or do you think it has just been unfair, to put the noose around their neck? Because, of course, they are the most visible. But I want to start with the man who is coming back after a very long time. He went AWOL, but we got him back. So he is saying, the bulk of whatever thing stop. Yes, right there, at the footstep of the coaches. On their desk is where the buck stops. Jidalaka, welcome back.
Ken, thank you for having me back. There is no, when you are given something to do, whoever gives you the job to do, if it is not done, the buck stops at your table. And from what we saw of our teams in Canada and of the Flying Eagles, it showed a lack of detailed planning on the part of the coaches. I don't care whether the administrators gave them anything, but the biggest advantage you can have in life when you go to war is knowing the strength of your opponents. And our coaches actually said that they don't need to know their opponents. They are good enough to beat their opponents, but they are back home now.
I don't want to say ignorance is bliss. But when somebody says you are going to fight the person and you have not done the SWOT analysis of your opponent, I mean, don't you think that is enough to say hang them? I don't say put the noose around their neck, but in this case, they are guilty as charged.
Oh, I don't want...
All free in Joko. Okay.
Let me take a departure from that sentiment, because it's against saying that's a truism. Life is all about preparation. What you put in is what you get. The coaches that is at the center of blame are supposed to be prepared by the overseeing father, NFF. And the issue is, before you blame them, the question is, how much preparation did you give them? I have taken a detailed look, in-depth analysis of the preparation of our teams, especially the Super Falcons. And I begin to ask, what do we expect? When the same team was not given enough preparation, the only preparation, if you call it preparation, was when they went to Canada. And we are lucky to just play the Canadian senior national team. Apart from that, it was academies and club they play. And you look at the group we are. We have former 2-time champion, America. We have number 5 rated country, Sweden. These are powerhouse. And of course, Australia, number 10. And when you look at it cumulatively, I want to say that let us take a back look and ask ourselves, these 2 coaches, not removing anything from Mano Gaba, who was very good at Senegal, and nobody saw any deficiency. Okon too was good at Namibia. He won. Nobody saw any deficiencies. Now he just went to Canada and played 3 matches, pick a point. The hell is being let loose. Was these 2 coaches well prepared, vis-a-vis the opponents they played at their respective championships.
Okay. Basically, for me, Humphrey, the first thing I'll ask you, who is in charge of your own development?
It's two-way.
Who is in the basic charge? Who is driving your own development?
Well, if I see myself as an individual, I drive myself.
You are driving.
But again,
nobody prepared Mourinho to become a good coach.
I don't want to believe.
The Portuguese FA. It was not a national coach.
See, let us not go to. You see,
let us go to the coaches.
You compare equal with equal.
It is.
Let us not go Philistine.
No, you just said.
Are you following?
You just said they did well in Africa. You compared them.
Yeah.
You compared them.
Yeah.
That was their level.
Yeah.
But when you are going higher,
fine.
I know what I have to do to prepare myself for
now, let me guide you. America that we played, we are in camp close to 8 months prior to the ongoing World Cup.
Humphrey.
Sweden, no, just hold on.
Sweden, did the coach ever complain that he did not have enough cup? That is the problem in Nigeria. Did the coach ever complain?
You are a Nigerian.
Yes, I am. I never heard.
The same coach.
I never heard him say. I spoke to him. He never complained that he was underprepared.
He spoke to me
because of what he was
getting.
The same coach
has no contract.
The coach.
That is no problem.
No.
Why did he leave the job?
The coach.
Why did he leave the job?
That is Nigerian question.
No, why did he leave the job? They don't pay you salary.
Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question.
Let the NFL president take them.
The coach spoke with Jide.
And he did
and the coach spoke
too.
with you. Which of the coaches now?
Okon spoke with you.
All right, Okon spoke with you. What he asked a question and followed that up. Did Okon tell you he was underprepared? That there are certain things that he wanted. He was lacking in preparation. And then what did he tell you?
Okon, up to the time he left for training tour in Canada, even Asisat Oshola, one of the key players we expected to excel, Desire Operanos, one of the key players, did emphasize that preparation is key. That NFF must provide top flight preparation. And we never see this happen.
This was the same.
Why they were here? They were playing academics.
You've only said what
these were the same set of players that were thanking the NFF.
The same thing. Okon said they need adequate preparation to succeed. And they were not given that.
This was the Okon that was thanking the NFF for taking them early to Canada.
Wow. They didn't spend up to